All right, we got a lot to talk about in this video. Now, in the background, again, you guys are watching another gameplay I got the other day. It's another high kill game, and I'm really happy with it, so I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. But let's talk about Dead Silence. So there was a new update last night, as I'm sure you guys were aware of, and obviously with that came some patch notes, so I want to go over some of the big stuff I saw in the patch notes. But the thing that stuck out to me the most in the patch notes was the talk about Dead Silence and the fact that they're going to be adding 2 new perks to the game. They said, "We are excited to share that we are planning the debut of 2 new Warzone specific perks. Alongside them, High Alert will also be receiving an update that allows players to hear Dead Silence footsteps. Until then, we may see a weapon that makes its long-awaited debut in Verdansk." So obviously Dead Silence drops on the ground just way too much, and they need to nerf the spawn rates of it, but this is going to actually help a lot, because if you just throw the High Alert perk on, you're going to be able to hear footsteps of people who use Dead Silence. But the only issue with that is that High Alert is on perk 2, which is also where Ghost is, so I don't know how many people are going to actually opt to use High Alert instead of Ghost. So we'll kind of see how that plays out. I mean, personally, I think I'm going to want to run High Alert instead of getting Ghost on my second class, because dying to someone with Dead Silence just happens way too often, and being able to hear the footsteps of someone who's Dead Silence would just, I feel like, help me immensely and could potentially help me out more than Ghost would. But I feel like it's going to be one of those things where it's like 50-50. Some people are going to be using High Alert, some people are going to be using Ghost, but I think you're going to see a lot of like the top tier players switching over to High Alert. But I mean, once this happens, we'll see how that plays out. And then the fact that they're adding 2 new perks to the game soon has me super excited. I have no idea what those 2 new perks could be. Let me know down in the comments like what you would want these perks to be, because I'm curious to see what you guys would think, and I honestly have no idea what they could potentially be or even what I really want from new perks in Warzone. So I'd really like to hear what you guys think about the new perks coming to Warzone. And then they also mentioned the long-awaited debut of a weapon coming to Warzone, which I'm assuming is the CX-9 SMG that was accidentally in the game for a little bit, that was actually super broken. So I'm pretty excited about that, but the gun also seemed like it was just blatantly broken, but I'm sure it'll be fun to use. But that was only one little small mention in the patch notes. What actually came out with the update last night was huge. There was a lot of nerfs and buffs to different weapons. They pretty much like nerfed every gun in the game. Be prepared for a long list, but all the guns that got nerfed in this update are the Cold War AK-47, Modern Warfare AK-47, the C58, the FAL, the FARA, the SCAR, the Odin, the RAM, XM4, MG34, SA87, the Stoner, AK-74U, KSP, MAC-10, Milano, Cold War MP5, the Nail Gun, Bison, PPSH, the Fennec, the M16, the Carve, and the Cold War AUG. So yeah, basically they nerfed every gun in the game, or at least it feels that way. But then they also went and buffed the GRAW, the Krig 6, the M13, the QBZ, the M60, PKM, ISO, and the Uzi. And then they kind of gave a buff and a nerf to both the AMAX, Groza, M4, the Modern Warfare AUG, the Swiss K, and then the Bullfrog. Shout out to JGod for putting that little list together on Twitter. That just made reading all that off a lot easier for me. But the big ones, obviously the C58 and the FARA, they got pretty big nerfs, so those are no longer going to be meta. And then the big buffs here, I'm looking at the GRAW, the Krig 6, and the M13. I know a lot of you might not like the M13, but I'm really a big fan of the M13, even though it kind of shoots like BB bullets. But it did get buffed, and it actually got its minimum damage buffed from 19 to 20, which doesn't sound like all that much, but maybe it'll take a bullet or less to kill now. So I'm definitely excited to try out the M13. And then with the GRAW, the minimum damage actually got increased from 22 to 24, so this could actually be a pretty big buff to the GRAW. But then we got the Krig 6 also getting buffed, which went from a minimum damage of 25 to 26. So it's kind of looking like the Krig 6 is going to be meta. It's going to be the best AR in the game, but the buff to the GRAW could actually be pretty huge, and the M13 buff might kind of just be more of a fun one for me, but you never know, maybe it could be huge. Obviously I'm not going over all the small little details of all the exact things that got nerfed or buffed with all these weapons. So if you guys are interested in looking at the full patch notes, I'll link it in the description so you guys can check that out. And then one other thing I want to mention is the Swiss K actually got its reticle change. So it's no longer that little like V-shaped reticle, which really put me off from using the gun. I literally couldn't use the gun because the reticle was so bad for me, but they have now changed it to match what the ZRG's reticle look like, which is basically just a little plus sign, which is perfect for me. I'm super excited about that, and I'm actually going to start using the Swiss K now. Something else that really excited me from the patch notes was seeing that the crossbow can now one-shot people if you direct impact them, which it did not before, so that could be a really fun kill streak to use. I might actually try using that sometimes now. We'll see how good it actually is, but it does sound fun. And then we got a really fun one, is that the dirt bike can now do wheelies and you can do flips on it and stuff. So I'm gonna go X Games mode on the dirt bike. I'm super excited for that. That should be fun. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying videos like this, make sure you click that subscribe button because we are almost at 30,000 subscribers. We are getting so close. I'd really appreciate that. And drop a like on the video. That helps a lot, and I'd really appreciate that as well. But I just wanted to kind of go over some of the big things I saw from the patch notes, or the things I found most interesting from the patch notes. So like I said, if you want to see the full patch notes, link is in the description. There's a lot in there. It's a very long read, but I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this gameplay, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. I think there's more people over here still, right? If I buy a UAV, I can't come back, but I kind of want to. Wait. Nice. Now I can get a UAV and come back. Okay. Well, that was nice. What a nice guy. Oh, my whole leg feels like it's asleep right now. Oh my god. Guys, please ignore the aim. Right. I don't know why he didn't play it up at all. Tell him to wake up. Yeah, I'm spinning it in circles, trying to keep movement. Wonder if I have diabetes. Oh, he literally had nothing. That's why I didn't play it. Okay. Where are those nades coming from? He's right under me somewhere. I just heard a door.
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy dropping into the AR.
Where's that guy dropping in? There he is. Wait. I just heard someone. Did you guys hear that? He just went in.
Gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
There's gotta be a ghosted guy in here.
Loadout drop headed your way.
I'm not ghosted either, so they know where I'm at. Dude, I want to hit this buy so bad, but I want to keep my high ground here. Oh, I literally can't see him. Oh, that window fucked me. feel like I should go down there.
Got gas
It's
moving.
very sketchy to go down there right now, though.
Enemy precision airstrike. Take cover. Request recon flyover.
UAV entering the AO. UAV entering the AO. UAV entering the AO. Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel.
Oh, he's on the
Be
roof.
advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
No! Pretty sure everyone else is on the other side of the map now.
Request recon flyover.
Yep.
UAV entering the AO. Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
They gotta come out. Okay. Last guy's this way somewhere.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe
Pretty
zone.
sure he was on this side of the map, right? It's over by the bridge somewhere. This is so nerve-wracking. Where is this guy?
Gas is inbound.
Hello? I should have grabbed the Bertha, actually. There it is. GG's. Woo! 22 kills? Let's go. I'm so good at this
Hey,
game.
Big fan, bro. Big fan. Love the YouTube channel.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, bro. No problem. I'm subscribed.
Webzy?
They actually know who I am?